Time ago, right? Yeah, it does. It does. It feels like a long time ago, and I think we kind of talked about it earlier in the year of how it's kind of, my career now has spent more time here. So, yeah, it certainly feels like a long time ago.
You still feel like an emotional charge of playing your former team?
No, not so much anymore. No. And really, we played them in that playoff game was such a big deal, and then the next year played them again, and that felt like even less. And so now it's even further removed, and they're a really good team, and we'll have our hands full.
Is that almost the new step of this? The past.
We're still talking about it. All right, go ahead.
Your time there is well in the past. Is it almost like this new chapter is the rivalry now between your Lions and?
Sure, yeah, I hope so. I think we're both really good teams. I got so much respect for those guys over there, and how well they're playing, how well they're coached. Certainly. The film I'm watching of their defense is really impressive, and Coach Shula's doing a great job. And then obviously we know what they're doing on offense, scoring all the points. Matthew's playing really well, and the whole thing. So yeah, we've got our hands full and got to find a way to win.
What do you think? I don't know how much you watch him, crossover tape or anything, but what do you think of the way that Matthew's played?
Played really well. Yeah, he is. He's doing a good job, and we do get some crossover tape here and there, and he's one of those guys you like to watch on tape. It's good.
With Sam and Brock out, how much of a lift has Jameer given you guys in the passing game?
Yeah, it's been great. He's certainly filled some of those targets and catches for us, and he can just do so much, and it's kind of like he's just scratching the surface on his route running ability and what he can do out of the backfield. So it's exciting, and maybe continue to do that with him.
Jared, just things kind of feel normal a little bit now. You got 3 back-to-back Thursday games. Now you're going back to more of a traditional style. Like, going through that stretch, getting through that, moving forward to this game, do you feel like that? How do you feel like
that? Yeah, it feels like December football now, and you're lucky to be playing games that matter. Not every teams are, and so you look at it as a great opportunity to go out there and find a way to get a win against a really good team, a team that's playing really well, and they're coming off a really big win of their own, and so we'll go out there and do our best and try to get a W.
Jared, you mentioned how well that Rams defense is playing. When you pop on the tape, what's the first thing that catches your eye?
The D line's really good. They get after the guys, and our O line's ready for the challenge. They are, but that D line, they've been building that for a few years now, and they're starting to come together now. And I think just how well coached they are. You can tell how sound it is. I think 53 is playing as well as anyone in the league right now at linebacker, and they're doing a good job.
I got this question the other day, but what is the difference between being the hunted and the hunter? Last year you guys were 15-2, everyone's chasing you. This year you guys are chasing other teams for a playoff.
What's the difference? I think you're in a little bit of a different mentality sometimes, I guess. I don't know. You're trying to win every game regardless of whether you've won 9 or 10 in a row like we had last year, or trying to get on a winning streak like we are now. So I don't know. I don't know really how to answer that, but I guess you're in a little bit of a different mentality of trying to be the underdog and find a way to use that as motivation.
Does it feel more urgent, or do you appreciate the underdog status?
You're definitely urgent. I think you're always urgent, though. Like, you don't ever want to be non-urgent, and even if you're sitting here at 12 wins or something and you lose urgency, and then bad things happen. So no, you don't ever want that either. So no, I think the underdog thing is fun, though. You like to play from people doubting you, and I think we thrive off that.
You told us post-game you used your arm to show where you guys want to be ascending this point in the year. Does it feel, especially this year across the NFL, with so much parity, that if a team does get hot right now, you can take that into the postseason and
no
beat
doubt.
that team?
Oh, yeah. Sure, it's 4 games left. You can do that with a game or 2 left. You can kind of put it all together and find it, and we'd like to put it all together this week and start that upward trajectory. We really started last week, and scoring 44, our defense playing the way they did, and finding a way to win. We've started that, like I said, that upward trajectory, and got to find a way to continue it this week.
Personally, how much has this year been kind of a challenging experience in the sense that you've had to adjust to different personnel on the offensive line, you've had the tight end situation happen, the play caller switch. Yet you've been able to maintain your standard of performance. What has this year been like? I guess just having to deal with all that.
It's been great. We're 8-5, and got a lot of games ahead of us. We still control a lot of what we can do here, and want to find a way to win the next one.
It's been a handful of games now. How do you like Dan calling the plays?
He's doing great. He's doing really good. I thought last week was really good.
Jared, Coach Shula was there when you were there, in a lesser role, taking that defense obviously to new heights. What kind of stamp has he put on it? What are they doing maybe a little differently schematically than maybe when you were practicing against that unit?
Oh yeah, they're so much different than when I was there. A couple of coordinators removed at that point. I think Coach Shula, when I was there, was a damn good linebackers coach, and then has become a damn good coordinator. And when we played him in the first game of the year last year, you can see the evolution from then to now. And they're just all on the same page. They play really sound football. They're really well coached on the back end. They're really well coached on the second level, and the D-line gets after the quarterback. So it's a good recipe.
And Jared, we heard you mention post game that J-Mo's become like as reliable a guy as you've ever had. I don't know if there's like a singular moment, but when did you begin to feel that level of comfort, faith in him in big moments like the game?
It's gradually grown to that. I mean, it's been moments over the years that have led to that. But I think throughout this season, you've seen him. The way he works, the way he wants to put in the work, he wants to know what he can do better, what he can do this, and then he shows up on Sundays like he has been the last handful of weeks, dude. It's like, him and St. Brown out there. It's who else do you want at receiver? Making those plays at the end of the game, and I'm lucky to have them both, and he's playing really well right now.